15 mind-blowing facts about Hong Kong, the world's most lawless district. Travel documentary. They call it Asia's financial crown jewel. But behind the skyline, something far more unsettling. Welcome to 15 mind-blowing facts about Hong Kong, the world's most lawless district. A city where opposites don't just exist, they collide. Freedom and control, opulence and despair, history and unrest. We'll take you deep into corners few dare to show, where myths blur with reality, and the truth is stranger than fiction. What lies beneath the surface might just change everything you thought you knew. Ready to see Hong Kong like never before. Number 15. Hong Kong, one of the most densely populated urban zones on Earth. Picture this, more than 7,770,000 people, all squeezed into an area smaller than the city of Los Angeles. That's Hong Kong in the year 2025. With a population density of more than 7,000 people per square kilometer, this place isn't just crowded, it's bursting at the seams. Now focus on Kowloon. Here, density skyrockets to 43,000 people per square kilometer. That's like stuffing Manhattan, Tokyo, and Mumbai into one vertical labyrinth. Can you even breathe in that? But here's the twist. Despite this overwhelming human pressure, nearly 40% of Hong Kong's land is untouched, left wild. Think forests, reservoirs, hiking trails. You can hop on a bus from Central, and within 40 minutes, you're walking through misty jungle paths. Sounds unreal, right? It's like the city is playing a high-stakes game of Tetris with human lives, stacking towers sky high while quietly preserving ancient peaks and waterfalls just beyond the skyline. And you've got to ask yourself, how does this city survive? How does it remain livable when there's barely space to stretch your legs? Maybe it's Feng Shui. Maybe it's ruthless urban efficiency. Or maybe, just maybe, Hong Kong figured out a long time ago that balance isn't a luxury, it's survival. Number 14. Ghost towers, when spirits haunt the skyline. You're standing beneath a 40-story luxury tower, right in the heart of Hong Kong. It's sleek, it's modern, but something feels off. It's eerily empty, and you can't help but wonder, why? Locals might tell you it's a Hung Jak Zhongjai, a place marked by death, tragedy, or something you're not supposed to ask too much about. In this high-stakes property game, where every inch counts, these so-called haunted homes often sit untouched, or if they sell, it's at discounts of up to 30%, all because of superstition. But here's the twist. You're not the only one intrigued. Some investors want these places. They hunt them down, flip them, and rent them out like nothing ever happened. In fact, a 2025 report by Centerline Property revealed that 1 in 12 properties sold under market rate in Kowloon last year had a history most would rather forget, yet demand still climbing. You might even meet agents who won't tell the full story until the paperwork is signed. Like the one I met in Mong Kok who said, "I sold a flat where 3 people didn't walk out alive, but the buyer just wanted square footage." So now it's your turn to decide. In a city where every square foot costs more than gold, would you trade peace of mind for a better deal? Would you move in or move on? If you take the deal and move into a haunted apartment for a lower price, just comment, "Move in." If not, drop, "Move on." We're watching the replies. Number 13. Where powerful women redefine elegance. Have you ever seen a place where tradition and ambition walk hand in hand? In Hong Kong, women don't just follow trends, they set them. You'll find a fascinating blend here. The grace of Eastern beauty meets the confidence of Western poise. But that's just the beginning. What makes them truly stand out? It's the duality. They balance fast-paced careers with deep-rooted family values, an art that feels almost impossible anywhere else. It's a kind of harmony that truly defines the Hong Kong spirit. Starting your morning hiking Dragon's Back Trail, feeling the fresh breeze as the city slowly wakes. Then by midday, you're savoring dim sum in a traditional tea house, and in the evening, you're closing business deals in a modern glass tower before relaxing at a rooftop bar overlooking the dazzling skyline. According to the Hong Kong Women's Insight Report of the year 2025, over 67% of female professionals in this city hold leadership or executive-level positions, especially in fields like finance, technology, and design. It's not just about having a seat at the table, it's about leading the conversation. So, let me ask you this. In a world still debating whether women can have it all, what does Hong Kong reveal to you? This isn't just about lifestyle. It's a living narrative of strength, balance, and transformation. And you're right in the heart of it. Number 12. Living in coffin homes. How much space do you really need to live? In Hong Kong, that question takes on a shocking new meaning. With one of the most expensive real estate markets in the world, Hong Kong's housing crisis has pushed over 200,000 residents into subdivided flats known as coffin homes, a nickname that says it all. These units, often no bigger than 1.5 to 3 square meters, are barely larger than a closet. And the rent? Even in 2025, prices range from $200 to $300 per month, sometimes more, just to share a space without windows or private bathrooms. It's not just tight, it's claustrophobic. Walls are often just thin boards, and privacy is almost non-existent. But what drives people to live like this? It's not by choice. It's the result of soaring property prices, limited land, and a population density that ranks among the world's highest. So, if a home is where the heart is, what happens when there's barely room to breathe? To me, this is one of the most confronting parts of Hong Kong. The ambition, the speed, the skyline, all come at a cost. Number 11. The city that never sleeps and doesn't plan to. What if I told you there's a place where rush hour and stillness happen at the same time? Hong Kong, where neon lights never fade and the streets pulse day and night. From packed footbridges glowing at midnight to roaring MTR trains moving over 5 million passengers every day as of 2025, this city never skips a beat. But take a few steps off the main road and you'll hear the clink of teacups in a quiet, dim sum shop. That contrast? It's not a coincidence. It's Hong Kong's signature, intensity and peace, side by side. It's also a cultural crossroads. Imagine a British-style pub standing right next to a Cantonese medicine stall, or a street vendor frying noodles under the shadow of a luxury tower. Even daily routines reflect this mix. Dim sum at dawn, rush hour crowds by noon, incense-lit temples by night. And when the city winds down, it doesn't sleep. It just changes rhythm. But under all that motion lies something deeper. What if the laws here don't quite keep up with the pace? Coming up, a district where order meets disorder, and the line between them is razor thin. Let's go there. Number 10. The lawless city that stunned the world. Kowloon, walled city. What if I told you there was once a city with no official laws, no government, and almost no sunlight, but it still thrived? You're in Hong Kong, but this wasn't the skyline you know. Tucked in the north was Kowloon walled city, a vertical jungle where over 50,000 people lived within just 2.6 hectares. That's smaller than a few football fields. Think more crowded than Manhattan, stacked to the sky. Inside were 300 buildings, tangled together like a living, breathing machine. There were no blueprints, no sunlight, just endless corridors, buzzing with noodle shops, home dentists, and kids playing under flickering bulbs. And here's the twist. No police presence, no formal government, but instead of chaos, people created their own rules. You'd find families, factories, even schools, all running on trust, grit, and necessity. Mr. Chan, a former resident, shared in a recent 2025 interview, "We didn't need laws. We had each other. It was messy, but it was home." Chilling, right? In 1993, the government began clearing the city. By 1994, it was demolished. Today, the space is Kowloon Walled City Park, a serene Chinese garden that gives no hint of the maze that once stood there. Number 9. In Hong Kong, Feng Shui isn't a belief, it's a way of life. What if your office layout could shape your future? In Hong Kong, Feng Shui, meaning wind and water, is more than culture. It's strategy. From the iconic HSBC building, designed to channel energy from Victoria Harbour, to the sharp-edged Bank of China Tower that sparked controversy, Feng Shui literally shapes the skyline. Even McDonald's adjusts its store layouts here, not for style, but for energy flow. Lucky numbers matter too. 8 means wealth. You'll see it everywhere. 4 sounds like death and often vanishes from elevator panels. And yes, even billionaires and CEOs consult Feng Shui before making big moves. So ask yourself, is success a science or something you can't quite see? Because in Hong Kong, prosperity doesn't just rise, it aligns. If you believe Feng Shui can influence success, comment "Power of Flow." If you think it's just tradition, type "Just culture." Let's see where you stand. Number 8. One of the most expensive cities to live in. What does it really cost to wake up to that iconic Hong Kong skyline? Let's break it down. A 1-bedroom apartment in Central, the city's financial heart, will cost you $3,000 to $5,000 per month. Head to the suburbs and you're still looking at $1,500 to $2,500, but housing is just the beginning. Utilities, expect $100 to $200 a month. Internet, around $50 to $80. A casual meal, $10 to $15. Dinner at a fine restaurant, try $50 to $100 per person. Public transport via Octopus card, $80 to $130 monthly. Gym membership, up to $300. Need a dentist? That visit might cost $100 to $200. All in, you're easily spending over $5,000 to $7,000 a month to maintain a modest lifestyle in the world's vertical capital. But here's the thing, people keep coming. So what's the draw? Prestige? Momentum? Or the belief that if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere in Asia? Comment number 8. If you think you could thrive in a city where space is gold and survival is a badge of honor. Number 7. The drink that runs through Hong Kong's veins. In every city, there's a flavor that tells its story. In Hong Kong, that flavor is milk tea. Rich, layered, and just a little unpredictable. They call it pantyhose milk tea, not because of fashion, but because it's brewed through a fine cloth filter that looks like silk stockings. Strange name, unforgettable taste. This isn't just a drink, it's liquid culture. The base? A blend of 4 to 6 black teas, slow brewed for strength and depth. Add in carnation evaporated milk, and what you get is bold, creamy harmony in a cup. But here's what makes it special. Everyone drinks it. From bankers in high-rises to students cramming on the MTR. From sunrise to midnight, it fuels this vertical city. And if you think that's intense, meet Yin Yang. Part coffee, part milk tea. A chaotic blend that somehow works, just like Hong Kong itself. In 2025, local vendors report serving nearly 1 million cups of milk tea every single day. That's not a trend, that's a national identity. I met an old tea master in Mongkok once. I asked him why people never get tired of it. He looked at me and said, "Because it reminds us we're alive, strong, sweet, and still moving." Number 6. A city that lives longer and safer than anywhere else. After a day powered by bold Hong Kong milk tea, you'd expect the chaos to keep going. But here's the twist. Beneath the buzz, this city runs on structure. In a place packed with people and pulsing with movement, safety, and healthcare aren't luxuries, they're expectations. Imagine walking home at 2 a.m. and feeling safer than you do in broad daylight elsewhere. That's Hong Kong, one of the safest cities in the world in 2025, with crime rates among the lowest globally. Need help? Police typically respond in under 5 minutes, and healthcare? A visit to a public hospital costs around $7. Overnight stay? Just $13. Even private clinics, priced from $100 to $300, deliver world-class care. It's no wonder the average life expectancy here has passed 85 years, the highest worldwide per WHO's 2025 report. A local once told me, "You don't need wealth here to feel safe. You just need to be here." It stayed with me. So here's the real question. How does a city so dense stay so balanced? Stick with us, because in this travel documentary, the deeper we go, the more Hong Kong defies expectations. Number 5, the billion-dollar trade hiding in plain sight. You've been staring up at Hong Kong's dazzling skyline, but now it's time to look down. Right under your feet, there's an economy most people never notice, but it never stops moving. When your first encounter with parallel trading, a high-speed, cross-border hustle that's reshaped border towns like Shui into chaotic, makeshift markets. Here's how you'd see it. Crowds pouring in from across the border, snatching up baby formula, designer skincare, and daily essentials, not for personal use, but to flip them for profit. You'd watch as these items disappear into suitcases, vans, and handcarts, only to reappear across the border in Shenzhen at double the price. And yes, it's big. According to 2025 customs estimates, this underground trade moves over $1 billion every year, powered by consumer demand, currency gaps, and tax-free incentives you probably didn't even know existed. But here's where it gets real. You'd also feel the tension. Locals squeezed out of crowded trains, shelves wiped clean, entire neighborhoods reshaped by a trade that thrives in legal gray zones. And yet, the rules? Still soft? The oversight? Still limited? So now that you've seen both sides, what would you do if your neighborhood became the front line of a billion-dollar loophole? Number 4. Triads in the shadows. Behind the neon lights and spotless subway stations lies a secret society that's been part of the city's DNA for generations. the Triads. Now don't get it twisted. This isn't some Hollywood action script. The Triads have evolved way past back-alley brawls. Today, whispers say they've gone corporate. Think real estate, nightclubs, and even film production. It's less about street fights, more about influence. And no, this isn't glorifying them. It's about understanding how something once so visible has become nearly invisible, yet still deeply present. I once met Mr. Chan. He ran a humble tea house in Kowloon. Turns out, 20 years ago, that place was a known meeting point. Today, it serves Instagrammable milk tea. When I asked him if the Triads were gone, he smiled. They just changed the tablecloths. From blood oaths to business suits, the story of Hong Kong's Triads isn't just about crime. It's about survival in a city that's constantly rewriting its own rules. So next time you're sipping bubble tea on Nathan Road, ask yourself, who really owns the building you're standing in? Number 3. When two laws collide. Hong Kong's legal tightrope. Waking up in a city where one law protects your freedom and another prosecutes it. To Hong Kong, a place where British common law tries to coexist with Chinese state control. Sound confusing? It is, and that's what makes it so fascinating. Under the one country, two systems policy, Hong Kong was meant to preserve its legal independence after 1997. And it did, kind of. For years, it ranked in the top 10 globally for judicial independence. But now, things are shifting. One day, you can speak out freely. The next, you're facing trial for the same words. It's like standing in Times Square and suddenly being told you're in Beijing. What kind of legal system flips that fast? This isn't lawlessness in the way you'd expect. No gangsters in the alley, no anarchy on the streets. It's more subtle. It's a legal paradox, a place where freedom and fear live side by side. And for the locals, every decision feels like walking a wire in a windstorm. So, if you were in Hong Kong, would you speak your truth or stay silent to stay safe? Stay with us as we uncover more untold truths in this travel documentary series on Hong Kong. Number 2, the surveillance conundrum, liberty under the lens. You walk through the buzzing streets of Causeway Bay, neon lights, endless crowds, and somewhere, a camera tracks your every step. Despite its history as a hub of free enterprise and open society, Hong Kong now operates under a surveillance system so advanced, it rivals Tokyo and even parts of Shanghai. Since the 2019 demonstrations, the number of public surveillance cameras has reportedly tripled. That's not a typo. 3 times more lenses watching daily life unfold. But here's the twist. This isn't just about traffic or safety. These aren't your grandma's security cams. We're talking about AI-powered facial recognition, biometric tracking, and smart databases collecting behavioral data in real time. According to a 2024 report from Privacy International, Hong Kong ranks in the top 5 cities globally in terms of urban surveillance density. So where do digital rights stand in all this? Activists are speaking up, but the tech is already in place. And the data, already collected. It's ironic, isn't it? A city known for its free market spirit, becoming what some call a digital cage. You get the freedom to shop, invest, and innovate, but with hundreds of invisible eyes above you. Number 1. You've just stepped into the city with the highest concentration of millionaires on the planet. Hey traveler, did you know this? In a city that never sleeps, you're now walking through a place that over 154,000 900 millionaires call home. And that's just as of 2025. That means 1 out of every 50 people around you is a millionaire. Mind-blowing, right? But hey, it's not just about the money. It's the lifestyle you get to taste. You could be shopping at Landmark Mall, toasting champagne at the China Club, or watching the sun dip behind the skyline from the peak. This city was made for bold moves, and you're in it. Here's something that stuck with me. I once met Sarah, a financial analyst from the United Kingdom who moved here 6 years ago. She looked me dead in the eye and said, "Hong Kong isn't just rich in numbers, it's rich in speed. You grow faster here, or you don't grow at all." And she was right, because it's not just about chasing success, it's about choosing the right battlefield. In Hong Kong, you won't pay any value-added tax, no inheritance tax, and your personal income tax tops out at just 15%. Oh, and no capital gains or property tax. So now you've walked the back alleys and skyscrapers of Hong Kong, a place where ancient beliefs clash with futuristic tech and reality often feels stranger than fiction. Which fact hit you hardest? Was it the haunted homes, the silent surveillance, or the idea that law itself shifts like shadow and light? Tell us in the comments. We're curious to hear your take. If this travel documentary made you look at Hong Kong in a whole new light, show some love, like, share, and subscribe to Act Travel Documentary for more stories that peel back the layers of the world's most fascinating cities. This is Act Travel Documentary, where the world isn't just seen, it's understood. Stay sharp, stay curious. See you in the next one.